Hi, I'm Professor Jeff Cunningham of Arizona State University and host of Iconic Voices. Our icon of the day is Michael Milken, named one of the 75 most influential people of the 21st century. Welcome, Michael.
It's just nice to be in the 21st century, and it's great to see you.
People who may not know you see you as this incredible, renowned financier and philanthropist. But in the years that I've gotten to know you, you actually have the most loyal group of friends, even followers to an extent. What is it that helps you build these kind of relationships that have turned into these, lifelong relationships?
If you didn't go to school with someone and you ask yourself, how do you create a relationship with them? There's really very few things that really change a relationship between two individuals. One, a common bond. Two, I would say it involves around health. There is very few things you can ever give a person more than life and a quality of life. And from the late 1970s, I have had an individual that worked with me who essentially was a concierge for people or associates with life-threatening diseases. And our commitment to the medical research over the last more than 40 years has thrust us onto the forefront of what's going on in most life-threatening diseases. And so an interaction, I in any one year will speak to at least 500 people who've either been diagnosed with a life-threatening disease or have had a reoccurrence of that disease. For me, it focuses my attention because no one is more focused than the day they've been diagnosed with a life-threatening disease or have had a reoccurrence. And they are doing research, they're focused on it, and often they're in shock. And so that establishes a relationship. And I think giving of one's time, effort, and knowledge to another person is what establishes these lifelong bonds. There's another one which you're experiencing today, and that is their children, their relatives, someone wants to get into an early child care education program if they're in New York City, a private elementary or middle school or high school, a college, a graduate school, and give them an opportunity in their life with access to education. And there's not a week that goes by that we aren't focused on some young person or some family that's focused on the education of that individual in that family. And so those bonds, the third area, in addition to growing up together, is financial freedom. That you back them when no one else believed in them. And when a person is at the zenith of their success, everyone's lined up around the block to pat them on the back or to give them capital. But when a person is in a difficult period in their life, or people don't agree with their ideas in business, the person that was there to provide capital builds a long-term relationship. Craig McCaw. It's now the 1980s. You would think that people would believe in mobile or cellular technology. Do you want something hooked up to a wall, or do you want your communication device to be where you are? Now, I grew up watching Star Trek, so I already heard, Captain Kirk tell Scotty to beam him up. And it seemed to me only natural that technology would allow you to do this. And it was extremely difficult to get people to believe in mobile telephonic technology. And Craig, who I did not have a relationship with, went to almost every other firm to try to raise money, and no one could raise money for him. So you might have an idea, but many of these ideas take billions of dollars in capital. So a friendship was forged at that point in time with not only Craig, but Bruce and John and other members of his family that continues today. And so I think I've found in life those four areas: health, education, access to capital, or common bonds or memories